Welcome, everybody. It is Wednesday, November 19th. Time for the best show out there, the iBug Android Insight Call, where we talk all about Android. Anything that runs on the Android platform can be discussed in our show. Whether you have a Pixel, a Samsung Galaxy phone, a tablet, any Android tablet, Fire tablet, if you have an Alexa device, even Google devices, and you know those beautiful Braille displays or note takers that run on the Android platform, we are here all about Android. I am Ava Caruth. I am your Zoom host out of Houston, Texas. And Hershey?
Good evening, everybody. I am Hershey. I'm out of the Central Florida area, and I am your other co-host.
All right. And Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm from Houston. Welcome.
Yes. See, we can't leave out Julie. She is our backup and our Zoom host that keeps us in line, right, Hershey?
Absolutely, for sure. Thank you, Julie, for all that you do for us.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, as I said, welcome to the iBug Android Insight Call. Let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way. Y'all know what Friday is. It's the iBug movie night. And the feature is As Good as It Get, 1997. You know, movie starts at 8 p.m., but you got to get in there for the social hour beforehand at 7, right, Hershey?
Absolutely. You get to meet everybody and, have a little chit-chat and fun little spot.
Yeah. Now, just remember, y'all, if you are not signed up to receive the newsletter from iBug, y'all come on and sign up. You just need to go to ibugtoday.org, sign up, and make sure you sign up even on the iBug Android call. You want to tell them how to do that, Hershey?
So you could send us a blank email to ibugandroidinsight plus subscribe at groups.io. That is iBug, I-B-U-G, Android, A-N-D-R-O-I-D, Insight, I-N-S-I-G-H-T, the plus sign at plus subscribe at groups.io. And you can also find us on YouTube. So if you go to youtube.com and you put in iBug Today in the search, you'll find our channel. Under our channel, you'll have sections for playlists. So you'll find about 50 to 60. I don't know what number we're on anymore, but it's at least a good 50 videos of the past episodes that we've done in this recording. And we are here every third Wednesday.
Yep. And y'all know what next week is. So, November is our Thanksgiving month. Thanksgiving Day is next week. So, you know what I would like to do, Hershey?
Yes, yeah. Huh?
As we have everybody go around and introduce themselves and what Android device you have. And if you're new to the call, especially if you're new to the call, let us know how you heard about us. But let's say, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Not the whole meal, just one dish. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up and let's see who's out there tonight.
Feel free to.
Okay, I'll start, all right? Somebody, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Jim from St. Louis, Missouri, and I like sweet potatoes, baked sweet potatoes for my side dish. And why do I found out about this iBug. Somebody mentioned it when I was on Hadley's, Zoom meetings, and so I scrolled it down. I was very fortunate, I think, to make that connection. It's a great connection that I have with you guys. And
awesome.
I'll just shut up now.
No, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on tonight. Thank you.
I'm Pete Polson from the Woodlands, Texas, and I'm
Okay.
actually a iPhone user, but I represent the Woodlands Low Vision Support Group. We've been around for 3 months now and have over 35 members, low vision and blind members, and several of them are Android. So I'm just trying to learn a little bit about Android.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for being here for the first time and doing what you do for your community. It's really awesome to hear that. Thank you.
By the way, Ron Graham is the one that referred us to you.
Excellent. All right. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. And any more people would like to unmute and just let us know who you are, where you're coming in from, what kind of phone, and what kind of a special Thanksgiving dish do you like?
I'm Ruth. I'm the Seattle area, and I heard about your group through Heidi Coggins, through the DSB and the Orientation and Training Center. I'm using a Motorola phone.
Awesome.
Oh, and my favorite Thanksgiving food is the stuffing.
Good stuff. No pun intended.
Hi.
But welcome. Hi.
Hi, I'm Nancy Unger. And I have two proprietary phones: the BS, the Blind Shell Classic 3, and the Smart Vision 3, and I also have a Braille Touch Plus, which is an Android device. And I love really juicy, good turkey if it's made right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it sounds like some wonderful devices, and probably have some questions coming up for you, but perhaps you never know. But thank you for being here, and I appreciate you. And anybody else that would introduce themselves, please?
Sure.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, I'm from Colorado, and I have a Blind Shell 2. I also have a Pixel 6 Pro that I am learning how to use again. I have the HymnSense player, the BS6, and also I just got a Victor Stream probably about 3 months ago now, Victor Stream 3, and I'm probably leaving out something else. But I'm an Android girl, so I love Android.
I'm like the Sense. Oh yeah, that's Android. The other device. Oh yeah, that's Android. Like so, awesome varietal, and thank you for being here. And this is your first time, so thank you again for being on.
No, I've been here before.
Okay.
But it's been a while.
Been a while.
And
okay.
my favorite dish at Thanksgiving is the dressing.
All right.
It's my mom's recipe. Yeah, no. No. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Hi, I'm Betty. I'm from Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. I've been here maybe once before. I have a Samsung S8 Ultra tablet. I don't have a Samsung phone anymore. We have the Lady A, Mr. Z, that sort of thing. Let's see. Meta glasses, which can connect with things. So, and thank you, the new person who is doing a low vision support group. That is fantastic. And my favorite Thanksgiving dish, I guess, would be the sweet potatoes.
All right.
Well, welcome back. Thank you for having you this evening.
Okay. Next.
This is Dale. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, welcome, Dale. Nice to have you on board.
Thank you. I have two S23 Plus phones. I have two Echo Dots. I have an LG TV, which has some kind of Android voice on it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I just recently at Best Buy during Prime Days, I just bought 3 Amazon Fire Stick HDs. So
Okay.
I have one set up, and I'm going to set up the other 2.
Okay. Well, welcome.
Oh, and I like turkey.
Okay.
Hello, this is Foster from Houston.
Hey, Foster.
And I have multiple devices, but currently what I've been using is my Samsung Galaxy Tab Galaxy Tab 9 Fan Edition. And my favorite Thanksgiving is seafood pasta.
Change it up. Always different. I see.
Hey, we got dressing, we got seafood pasta, turkey, sweet potato, a couple more dishes, Hershey. Maybe trying to find somewhere to go for Thanksgiving. Who else is out there?
This is
I am
Janice.
Dan from Southern California, and you guys are making me hungry. I have two smart speakers, and I'm planning on buying an Echo Show 8. And my favorite dish from Thanksgiving is the pie. I like apple pie.
Okay. Thank you and
Janice,
welcome.
I think it was. Welcome.
Yeah. Was that
Yeah.
Janice?
Yeah,
Okay.
Janice from Maryland. Galaxy Z Fold 5. I have multiple Echoes, Echo Show dots. And favorite Thanksgiving food? Yeah, sweet potato pie.
Okay. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there anyone else would like to introduce themselves? Okay, well, I want to do one more little housekeeping so we all remember. I think our show is the most fabulous show out there. So, when we're ready to ask a question, please wait until you are recognized and always, always announce your name because we are being recorded. So y'all can go back and listen to the our episodes as needed. But we would like for everybody to announce your name before you ask a question and kind of wait for a lull. If you just say your name, wait until Hershey or myself recognizes you to ask your question or make a comment. I do thank y'all. Like I said, I think we have the most fabulous show out there.
Of course, you would say that. This is Cliff in Austin, and I'm using the Pixel 10 Pro. Hershey, no, I'm not sending you one. And my favorite dish is, because I make the best in the world, homemade baked macaroni and cheese, not that stovetop stuff you buy in a box and boil. No,
Okay.
No, we're doing this from scratch. So
okay, so Hershey, we going to Cliff?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was figuring that's where I was going. I mean, peach cobbler, we just need that. We got everything else.
Yeah, we
Got a
just
pie.
need to. We got a turkey. We got the homemade mac. We got the dressing. Got the sweet potato pie, apple pie. Okay, now.
The only thing we're missing is a glazed ham,
Hey, no, that's a honey baked brown sugar soaked ham. Come on now. I do those. I think that is my favorite dish for Thanksgiving. All right, so anybody else would like to introduce themselves?
Sorry, Amy, just one more thing. Hey, Foster, I'm thinking about coming down there. You down there too in Houston, ain't you, Ava, for the Christmas party on the 6th, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, yeah, I'm thinking about coming over there, so.
Okay. Come on, and it's on the 7th.
The 7th? Yeah, that's right. It's on a Sunday. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, come on down, join us.
Come on down. Yes.
But bring out your sneakers, boy, because we have a
Hey, you know I am. Classic Jordans from 1998.
Hey, come on, give Foster a run for his money. I think we got two guys we know we're just going to bling out.
And the white.
Quick question to Clifford. Can you use your phone to take a picture of your sneakers to let you know what sneakers you're looking at?
For what? I just call Ira. They describe them for me.
Okay. So
There you go.
Since you want to take that leap, can you want to explain what IRA is to our audience, please?
Now, Ira is you can get 5 minutes free, but if you're in a certain location, it's free all day, like where I work at, the Chris Cole Center in Austin, Texas, Adjustment to Blind Center. Anyways, you get live professional representatives who will describe anything to you, help you. I use it mostly to set my stove and my washer and dryer because they're digital. But you can pretty much get help with anything. Colors of your clothes, if something matches. I even know some people, I wouldn't do it, but I know some people who walk down the street and get descriptions of asking them to help them guide them to bus stops and across the street and things of that nature. So it's just a live, and these are professional representatives. I've even used them to read my debit card to me because I know they're secure and I know that they're professionals. I wouldn't do it with a free service, but with Ira, that is what I have used it for. And there's a world of things that you can use it for. Matter of fact, there was a student here that I just helped about a half an hour ago. His computer wouldn't make any noise. He wouldn't talk. So I called Ira to describe the screen, and it was doing an update that it didn't announce. So that was helpful. So, but yeah, that's what Ira is.
Thank you, Clifford. And all these apps that are out there, matter of fact, within the realm of Gemini and the AI stuff, they're going to actually probably implement Astra in there pretty soon. So how we have Bima AI, how you could ask it what's around in my room and such that the Astra is also going to be baked into the Ira app. So that's some readings and things. And since you brought it up, just thought that I ask you. So thank you for that explanation.
Well, and also, y'all remember, as Cliff said, they are professional and they are bonded. So you really have a lot more security with your personal information, but I would still be more cautious with it. And also remember, like Cliff said, there are some free zones everywhere. Walmart's our free zone. Target is an hour free zone. And the airports. So check your airport. It's a good help, especially when you're up there waiting and you're trying to get to your next flight. So they are very helpful. Because I know all the airports in Houston are hour free zones. And I know the ones in Dallas is too. So check your airport because a lot of them are hour free zones.
Great tip. And if anyone has questions, the floor is open to y'all to ask your questions.
Yep.
Catherine?
Go ahead, Catherine.
Hi. I forgot to say that I have two Alexa speakers, and I also have a Toshiba smart TV, and my remote is
like
programmed.
Those
So
it's actually a shape, right? And a lot of niggas have that type of shape.
Hang on.
And like, sometimes they hit the
We
pussy,
do not
but it's really hard
interrupt
to
when
get
someone
fucked
else
with
is
those type of things
talking.
because it just don't go straight to your
Julie,
ass.
can you? Thank you.
That's
No,
the
we do not. We do not interrupt when someone else is talking.
It's not like a straight penis. Like a straight penis just go straight down your throat. But that's how.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
I think that was
we got a bomber.
Yeah, that was a bomb.
First one. Yep. Let me make. Oh yeah, how cute! We got our first Zoom bomber. But just know, everybody, you do not need to raise your hand on our show. So just when you're ready to ask a question or make a comment, like I said, just wait for a lull in it, or when they finish, and just say your name, and we will recognize you. All right, go ahead.
This is Catherine again.
All right, Catherine.
I was saying I have the Toshiba TV. It's a 36-inch flat screen, and it's on a pedestal and sits on top of my cedar chest. well, my niece was able to program my remote with the TV, and so add audio description to different platforms. And so all I had to do is push the top button, and I'll say, Alexa, go to CSI, and it will find it. And I watch a lot of documentaries too. So you can talk to it, and it's wonderful. And I use up all the batteries really fast. So they have different remote. This is the original remote I got with the TV, but they don't make them anymore. So I use a universal remote. I also have a Samsung TV as well. But I depend upon my Alexa device, and I'm a big Star Trek fan, so I named the one that's sitting right next to me the C word. I won't say it because it will go off. And so, anyway, I just wanted to add that because I forgot to say that I have the Alexa devices, and I also have it on the blind shell as well. And so I use that also. Thank you for letting me share.
All right. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, and I think that was yes.
I just have a quick question. Going back to the IRA conversation, does IRA publish a list of their free zones?
Let's leave that out there so anybody else knows about IRA in our community.
I've never seen this is Cliff. I've never seen a published list. I just heard of different organizations that, word of mouth pretty much in passing. Some stores, Hershey helped me out on this one. They have the logo, or they'll tell you, okay, we have IRA, or the IRA app. If you have the push notifications on, if you go to a free zone, it'll notify you, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, thank you.
This is Nancy. Hi, this is Nancy.
Yes, Nancy.
Yes, you can go in the IRA app, and under the More tab, it does give you a whole bunch of, I think that's the right place, but it gives you a whole bunch of free access.
I just went to the website, and there's also a list on there.
That's true. The website, too. That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Please remember to announce your name when you speak, please.
This is Betty.
Yes, Betty.
Well, we also have a Samsung TV. My husband's got a Pixel phone. And what I've done on the Samsung TV sometimes is cast from the tablet to that, because I'm really low vision, so the TV's big, and cast this Zoom exercise thing that I do, and so that it's handy that way. But I do have a question, if that's okay.
Yes.
Well, I have Meta glasses, and they are, of course, paired to my iPhone. And I just found out today that they apparently can get paired to the iPad. Now, since my mobile device is not Android, can I pair the Meta glasses to the Samsung tablet? If anyone knows.
Yes, Foster.
Yes, Foster.
The Meta, those glasses work with Android and iPhone. So you would just need to download the app from the Google Play Store on your phone, and then you would need to turn off the Bluetooth or disconnect them from your iPhone so that you could pair them to your Samsung tablet.
But if you don't have an Android phone, I'm not using my husband's.
If you have an Android tablet, it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Super.
The phone. The phone may have the most current version.
This
Right,
is Janice.
Foster? Yes, Janice. Yeah, Foster, you're going in and out.
Can Betty describe how to cast onto a Samsung television? I have an Android phone and Samsung television.
Okay, well, let's finish this one question
I'm sorry.
about the Meta,
sorry.
and then we will come back to your question. Okay. I know Foster was going in and out.
Would you like me to make a call?
Oh,
This is Kevin.
yes, Kevin.
If the app shows up when you have to search it on your tablet. If the app shows up, then it works. I don't know what Meta made as like if it has to have a cell phone connection, but if it shows up for you, and don't look in the Galaxy Store, look in the Play Store. If it shows up, then you can use it. If it doesn't show up, it means it's been a flag to not work on tablets. But if you're using it on your, I don't want to say this word, but if you're using it on your iPad, then it works on your Samsung tablet.
Thanks. This is Betty. In answer to the how do you cast question, let me come back to that in a little bit because I need to play with a few things, if that's okay.
Okay.
This is Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
Any app that you have that allows casting, you just hit the cast button. It's usually in the top right hand, maybe bottom left hand on some apps. It seems like, but anyway, your Samsung phones, your Samsung TV, especially if it's on the same network, will show up to be cast.
So that's all you have to do is, this is Janice, that's all you have to do is just hit, if the Samsung television is on, and so we're all in the same house, under the same Wi-Fi, and I just hit cast, it'll just show up on the television?
It'll be one of the options. Any speakers that you've installed that are not Amazon. So yeah, most speakers, tablets, TVs, anything that will allow casting will show up in that group. And you, if you're close enough, you might even see somebody else's stuff.
Mm-hmm. It sounds almost too easy. Okay, thank you.
This is Kevin. It will also tell you if it's available or unavailable.
Okie doke. Next month I'll let y'all know if it'll work.
Now this is Ava. It should work because I miss my Samsung TV. I used to cast my phone to it, but I would also cast YouTube to my TV as well.
Right, that's where I usually see the cast button in YouTube. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
On very rare occasions, you might have to go into the options menu, but it's in iHeartRadio, it's in Sirius XM, it's everywhere. It's Netflix. It's there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hershey, by the way. Yeah, just like everyone said on YouTube, it's on the top right. Prime app. If you're using the Prime app, then you'll find the Prime app will have that same casting button. If you don't, double tap with one finger on the video, and you'll see a couple things appear on the top of the video. If you're holding it in landscape view, and you'll find that cast button, and it'll again give you the same options. So if you have your TV on a Wi-Fi network, then most definitely it should show up as a device, and therefore you could cast to that device.
I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for the question. All right. If anybody else has any questions, please feel free to let us know.
I came in the middle. It's Pat. I came in the middle of what you were just discussing, and it sounds like, was it having to do with the Google devices and that kind of thing, with the working with the TV?
Yes. If you have any insight, feel free to share.
I want to know how to do that.
Sure. Okay. So what kind of device are we working with? If you would please give us some more.
I have a lot of Google Homes, but I also have the Google Nest hubs. So they have the screen on them.
Right.
So, and I would imagine you would need that to get the TV, I would think, even if you only want audio kind of thing.
Well, each device that you mentioned, so let's just break down the devices that you mentioned for everybody. So you mentioned Nest Audio, which are speakers. They have no screens. You have Nest Hub, which has a 7-inch screen on it with a smaller speaker like a Nest Mini, or the Home Mini, excuse me, is what they call it. All of these different devices are made normally for the audio, but if you had the Google Streamer box, which is, I think it's $100 if I'm not mistaken. Do look out for Black Friday sales. That in itself is going to give you basically a TV image. So what we talked about earlier is, let's say if you have a TV that's a Samsung TV. Well, the Samsung TV that we were talking about is a smart TV. Then you may have a device such as an Apple TV or a Fire Stick or a Google Streamer box. So having those 3-4 different type of whatever box that suits your fancy, they have, let's say, your TalkBack screen readers built in, and within that they have apps that you could download. So if you downloaded the YouTube app, for example, I could say to my YouTube app to say, hey, stream this to that device. So it knows that I'm wanting to take whatever's on my phone to put it to that other.
Want to take a shower before you go to sleep? You can feel better.
Yeah.
So that's just a little brief summarization of it. But with the different casting, just know that each app, as everyone's alluded to it, like Netflix, then Netflix will go onto the Netflix app that is installed on your TV. If you have YouTube, then that's a YouTube TV app that you have installed on your TV. So just make sure.
And these are all things that you have to pay for.
You don't have to pay for it. It's just putting it from your phone to a bigger screen. So maybe it's for the kiddos. You're putting in, some cartoons or something. You could take something from your phone, stream it to the bigger screen, and then free up your phone and continue to do what you're doing. So there's different ways of going about it. But if you have more questions, that you think of, feel free to ask them.
Sorry, that's my phone talking in the background. I just put it down and it's going to talk until I let it go.
It's no problem, but a pleasure, and thank you for joining the call and asking that question. And like I said, if you have more questions that prop up, feel free to ask it then.
I do have one other question, and that is, I keep getting my phone, and I don't want to disable it. I keep getting my phone saying to me, it's more or less like a virus type of thing, a scanning type of thing. Like it's searching whatever app or whatever to keep my data safe. I know it ends with keep my data safe. And so I'm trying to figure out how to get it not to tell me that it's doing that, because it does it in the middle of the night and heaven knows when else. But it also, I would like it to, continue doing what it's doing, because for safety reasons, right? For security reasons. But I would like to get it not to tell me that it's doing it when it's doing it.
Understood. Anybody have any insights on how to make it not interrupt you in the middle of the night and doing strange updates?
This is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So you have two choices. One I recommend. So all of your apps are being scanned for virus at the system level, at the Play Store level, and so you don't need any third-party antivirus apps. So you may have one on your phone that came with it called Lookout or something, and I would uninstall that or disable it if it won't let you uninstall it. second thing that you can do, because it seems like it's overriding your notification settings. If the screen is locked, it shouldn't be saying anything.
No, and I don't usually lock the screen, but because I do want things, messages and so forth to come across. But it is from, I believe it's from Google Play that it's from.
So if it's coming through and you want your other messages to play, you have to go pretty deep into the notification settings to tell it not to have that announced. But if you didn't want any to come in after a certain way, you could triple tap and hold with 2 fingers to mute speech. But it sounds like you want all the other messages to come
I do. I want the other messages to come in, but
and you're gonna.
And even if I've tapped on it once, you know what I mean, that type of thing, and and it comes back then too,
it's gonna come
later kind of thing.
Because it's just a regular notification message at that point. So there's nothing to tell it, because each time that it scans, because it's also updating, you have automatic updates on. So it's telling you that it's scanning each app. And so that's to the notification panel, that's no different than a text message coming in. So it's either all or nothing, unless you want to get deep into the notification settings and tell it to never send those notifications. So you'd have to get way into it to tell it, oh, don't send me notifications from this app during these hours.
Oh, I see.
That's
I guess I just
more way more advanced than we have time to get into now.
Yeah, no, I know. I'd have to have somebody walk me through it for absolute certainty, because I wouldn't know how to get, deep into it. Thank you.
Yeah, but the way, to quiet it, it does go by pretty fast, but just touch with 2 fingers and it'll stop. But it's only going to stop it for that.
Yeah, and it could come back 10 minutes later is what happens. So, but at least I've been doing 1 finger, so maybe I should do 2 finger.
Yes, 2 fingers is the stop.
Okay, thank you.
This is Janice again.
Go ahead, Ms. Janice.
I was reminded of this question when Kevin was given his last response. So when I use Lookout on my Galaxy Z Fold 4, it would give me audible cues as to, move left, move right, as to when it was centered over the document and I wanted it to read. And then it would say, hold still. And then it would, read the document. And I don't know if Lookout had an update or if since I got the Z Fold 5, when I put on Lookout, it just immediately starts reading. But, I'm trying to hold it still. And, if you move ever so slightly, then it starts all over again at the top of the document. So it's not as stable as it used to be. Has it changed? Is it updated? Or does anybody know anything about that?
Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So it sounds like you have yours on text view, or what some apps call quick text.
Oh, instead of document.
That's the default setting, so you have to switch it to default setting, but it does try to read. But please give that feedback, because sometimes it will start over. Even if you don't move your hand, it's like, oh, I missed something, and it starts completely over. So you might want to give them that feedback. They probably have never heard that before, because a lot of people just put up with it.
Right. I didn't know it had
until
a
they
quick
get what they want.
view.
But,
Okay. Okay. So I'll check that then.
Yeah, there's text and there's the document reader.
Okay. Thank you.
And it
Thank
also
you.
reads text if you have it in Explorer mode. If it sees text, it will switch to text.
That's probably exactly what it's in the quick view. Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. And if there's any other questions, please feel free to let us know.
Hi, it's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
I have a Pixel 8a, and ever since I got it, the Do Not Disturb doesn't work properly. And I guess I'll stay as well. I had a Samsung, it was an A series Samsung before that, same issue. And what is happening is when I have Do Not Disturb on, it seems like the screen wakes up when a notification comes through, and then TalkBack starts going through some stuff, and then randomly it'll announce the time, or it might say system UI or TalkBack on, just random things. And I haven't been able to figure it out. I have contacted Google Disability Support, I think about 5 different people there, and the support ticket there has basically been abandoned. They recognized the problem, and they said, "Oh yeah, we see what the issue is," but there's no solution that they've given. I'm wondering if anyone else on the call has similar Do Not Disturb issue and something to try to fix it.
Thank you for the question, and I'll leave it out to the audience here if anybody else has come across any of the Do Not Disturb faux pas with your devices.
This is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So, what apps do you want to let through on Do Not Disturb?
So when I have Do Not Disturb on, at this point, I just want everything to be, no notifications to come through.
One thing that you might do until they fix what the issue is, because mine's not doing that. I have the 8, and it's not doing that. So turn off all notifications. Don't provide any exceptions. Don't give any exceptions for any people. And also make sure that that none of your notifications are on the lock screen. And you might have to even turn off the clock from the lock screen. And that way it doesn't have a reason to wake up no matter what happened.
Okay. Yeah, it seems a little, certainly not the way it should work, but that's maybe the workaround that.
Yeah, it's not doing that on my Pixel 8 if I turn on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and talking to other people, I haven't heard of anyone else having this issue, but I do find it weird, though, that 2 separate phones have had the same issue, one a Pixel and one a Samsung, and different versions, a couple of years apart kind of thing.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to say exactly what's triggering what. I've had some funny ones like that, especially with Pixel and Samsung, so hopefully what Kevin shared with us, you could maybe give it a whirl and see if at least it does anything.
This is Foster.
Go ahead, Foster.
So when you got your Pixel 8a, did you have it set up everything from your Samsung onto your Pixel 8a?
No, I
you did it from scratch.
The only thing is I'm still using the same Gmail account on like the Google account for both phones, but I set up the Pixel phone going through the wizard and not using any of the Samsung stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right, so basically starting off the Pixel from scratch. And this is Hershey, by the way.
Yes, that's yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Unless anything from just in the same Google account that might have gotten pulled along.
This is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Now, also, and I don't know why I just started doing this just whenever I use Do Not Disturb, but I automatically mute speech also. Not turn off talkback, but triple tap and hold with 2 fingers. But there were times that I didn't do that, but for some reason I just started doing that just in case. And so then it won't say anything for sure.
Okay. That sounds like an easier thing to do. So that's, sorry, just wanted 2 fingers triple tap, was it? Sorry.
You triple tap and hold.
Oh, sorry.
Doing 2 fingers, you have to triple tap and hold on the 3rd time.
Okay, and then same thing to
toggle
thing it, just on and off. Yep. Okay, thanks.
And this is Hershey, by the way. If you wanted, I use a 1-finger gesture because within the gestures that are available, you have talkback menu there like 3 times. So swipe up and right, swipe down and right, at least 2 times, right? So what I would typically do is change one of those gestures to that one instead, so I don't have to use the 2-finger triple tap and hold. I could just use 1 finger, swipe up and right, and speech will be on and off really quickly that way. So if you wanted to customize, you could always take that gesture and then customize it to anything that's more comfortable to you.
Okay, I like that idea. Yeah, a little easier to use.
A little faster. I mean, 2 fingers work, but sometimes it's, with the 1 finger, swipe up and left, bam, speech is off, swipe up and left, speech is back on. And so that's just how I go about it. Everyone's different.
I like that idea, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the question. And if you have more, please feel free. And if not, we'll open up the stage to anybody else has any questions.
Pat, again?
Go ahead, Pat.
I'm taking a Windows course that's being run now by the New York Public Library. And I'm finding that it is very, very helpful. It's going according to the David Kingsbury book, 4th edition, Windows for Screen Readers. Is there anything like that available for Android, like a book that is explicit as that, or a course that I can take that's explicit like this is?
Great question. And this is Hershey again. And there are a few people out there that have written books. I want to think of her name as Anna Garza, and she wrote, because I saw her name float by writing in the Braille book. I'm trying to remember the exact BPH, I think they call it, Braille Printing House. And that's where I saw a book when it comes to books per se. But the other piece right now, I would say, is TalkBack is so ever changing and being it's really modernizing day by day, and especially with Gemini and stuff. You're more than welcome to join our mailing list to kind of bounce ideas back and forth if you have any specific questions while you're kind of teaching yourself. And blind Android users, they also have some YouTube content where you could go kind of back. Let's say if you're going through TalkBack stuff, then you would go through the TalkBack training, or if there's a specific app, then you could try out the different apps. So those are just a couple just mentionables. Of course, like I said, if you email us or get on the list, we could most definitely help you.
Blind Android users.
Yep, blind Android users, and that's found on if you type that in on Google or just Google search it, you'll get. If you type it into YouTube, you'll find a YouTube channel. Otherwise, they have their, I think it might be blindandroidusers.com or something. I don't remember the URL offhand.
Is that your Cliff?
Go ahead, Cliff.
They also have a groups.io, blind Android users plus subscribe at groups.io. And if you don't like a lot of traffic, then don't subscribe because they post every day questions and comments and things of that nature. But there is blindandroidusers.com, yeah. And also, I can't believe Hershey didn't mention this. There's also a tutorial built right into your device with TalkBack. With a 3-finger single tap, and you can swipe to the tutorial, right? Isn't that how you get to it?
It's 4-finger double tap or 4-finger tap. So if you do a 4-finger tap, you would get to a scratch pad almost. And if you did a 4-finger double tap, you would get to the tutorial. So I'm just real quick, I'm going to rock it out here with that and lock here.
And they also have a live podcast that they let people ask questions in once a month. I think it's the second, maybe it's the first Saturday of each month that they send out a link to that group, and they use Google Meet, and you're able to come in and ask them direct questions. And sometimes they have developers, like this month they had the developer of Eloquence, which I don't know why anybody wants that on Android, but that's my opinion. Anyway, they had the developer of Eloquence on the Android platform or screen reader on Android, and that developer was on that call this month, and people got to ask them questions. So,
thank you, Cliff. Thank you. And yeah, so like I said, if there's more questions on specifics, then
this is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I know they were promoting it. I think there's a more up-to-date version of the book that Anna and Jay did. I think it's published or promoted by the Carroll Center for the Blind.
Okay. Yeah, Anna did something ages ago. I just didn't know what was more modern. That was...
I'm sorry, this is Cliff. It's about the Carroll Center. Is it free then? Because I know the one before was there was a cost to it.
That might be the Kingsbury type of book because I think there's a cost, and that's where Kingsbury, I think, is from too. Is Carroll Center.
Well, yeah, but his book is not a cost. You just they ask that you donate, but it's not required.
Gotcha.
Screen off.
Yeah, I don't know how much, and I want to get it and read it. And one day, I don't know when, so please don't ask me, but I'm going to do what she's asking. I just don't have the time in the evenings, but it would be way in advance so that people could sign up and join, but I don't know when that's going to be.
We know it ain't going to be until at least January,
from
right?
From the very beginning, it's not going to be even February or March. It's going to be one day.
Pat, once again, I didn't know about the 4-finger single and double tap.
Yes, sorry, we were kind of in the middle of discussion there, and I kind of retracted back a little. But yes, a 4-finger tap opens up a scratch pad. So again, this is Hershey, and I'm just going to quickly...
One UI home.
So 4-finger tap.
Practice gestures. Try any talkback gesture on this screen to hear what that gesture does.
Okay, maybe it's...
Swipe down with 3 fingers. Next reading control. Button. Finish.
Okay, so I'm going to finish on that, but I'm going to do 2-finger double tap. Or 4.
To clipboard. Talkback tutorial button.
So 4-finger double tap opens up Talkback tutorial, and that's where you would find
Talkback tutorial. Swipe right to select the topic.
Same as it is on iOS.
Let me turn the speech.
I don't use Apple products, so I wouldn't be looking for.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying I use and teach both, so it's just
great.
It doesn't surprise me that it's the same as iOS.
iOS is exactly the same, right? So we did a seminar earlier this afternoon, and the same thing. So 4-finger double tap on iOS or on Android, it'll open up different things. A 4-finger single tap will open up the scratch pad. So then whatever you touch on the screen, it's just going to tell you what it does. So we were talking about earlier 2-finger double tap and hold. It'll say, okay, 2-finger double tap and hold is going to turn off spoken feedback on and off. So whenever you do a 4-finger double tap instead, you hear the tutorial talk back. Let's
image Google
what does it say?
Type.
So it sounds like that 4-finger single tap is kind of like
menus and more.
Oh, I had it in my head and I forgot what it is now.
let it come back.
JAWS.
Yeah. Thank you. Keyboard help. That's it. Thank you,
Right.
Kevin.
So, like JAWS, all screen readers have something similar, which is like you're trying to read by character, word, paragraph, line, headings, all that, right? So all screen readers have these similarities. And so with TalkBack, it's not any different. And within this TalkBack tutorial menu, you'll at least be able to find
and jump between links, controls or headings.
So it's telling you what it does. Let me swipe left and let you rehear that.
Text editing, type, select, edit, copy, and more.
Okay, so that's what you would learn into that little section while learning TalkBack.
Reading navigation, read by word or character, and jump between links, controls or headings.
Okay,
Voice
self-explanatory.
commands, control TalkBack with your voice. Find on screen, look for specific items on screen. Everyday tasks, learn how to make calls, send messages, and more.
Right, so that's just a few things. Again, 4-finger double tap, and keep trying, play with it, see what works for you. And then, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to get advanced with it, you may change some of the gestures, maybe customize it to make it work for you. So those are just a bit of customizations you could do on Android.
And the 4-finger single tap, that gives you, is it a keyboard help? Like
it opens up a scratch pad. So it's like when it opens up that screen, you're basically whatever you touch on your screen after that point, it'll just describe what you're doing. So
Practice gestures.
It says practice gestures.
On the screen to hear what that gesture does. Tap the screen with 2 fingers. Keep practicing by tapping once, twice, or 3 times with 2, 3, or 4 fingers. You can also double tap and hold with 2, 3, or 4 fingers.
Right, so it's going to be self-explanatory to let you know exactly what the scratch pad's available to do. And then if you're done with it and you're done practicing for the day, swipe right with 1 finger.
Button, finish.
And you'll hear the finish button. So then that's when I'm going to double tap with 1 finger.
One UI home.
And then I'm in One UI home or back to my home screen.
Yeah. No, I appreciate this because I didn't know of any way of, like, I'm not one to play with the computers or play with but the Windows course has got me into being less timid about that. So this is good. This is helpful.
And for most of like today's episode and anything, if you go to YouTube, if you just type in iBug today, IBUG today, you'll more than likely be able to find all the previous and today's episode. So if you wanted to kind of, hey, we talked about this, let me practice. What was that? 4-finger what? Triple tap, double who? And you could at least go back and figure out exactly what you need. And again, you could always email us for any other help.
Okay, thanks very much.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you for being here. All right. If anybody else has any questions, please feel free.
This is Betty.
Go ahead.
I had on the Samsung devices that I had, my vision's going a little bit south here, but I had always used the select to speak feature. And the reason I got rid of the Samsung phone is it just wasn't working right, and took it to a few places. But anyway, that's what I'm still using on the tablet. The question actually that I have is, I'm barely learning VoiceOver on my iPhone and the iPad device. Does anyone know how similar the gestures are, or are we talking about complete A and complete B separation?
Great question, Betty. And I'll let the audience here maybe help you with some answers. Do we have anybody that could give some insight on this? Go ahead.
As far as the basic flick right, flick left, or swipe right, swipe left, double tap, that's the same. You would have to ask someone like Cliff or somebody who has used both. I don't use iOS, so I don't know. But the basic is the basics are the same. One other thing is that as time goes, if you don't want to learn 2 different OSs, you can customize the gestures of either one to be more like the other, so you can have more in common than you have difference.
Thank you. That's a terrific idea.
Thank you there, Kevin. And definitely agree. It's just depends what works best for you. But one thing, as we already noted, 4-finger double tap does open up help on iPhones or iPads, and on Samsung devices and Android devices, it opens up the scratch pad to practice your gestures. So, or actually opens up the tutorial with 4-finger double tap. One thing that I always note that some people mix up whenever they come from one platform to the other is the first and last, which is or the top or the bottom of the page. And with most iOS users, you're more inclined to use 4-finger tap on top or at the bottom of the screen to get to the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen, respectively. And so on Android, you can do that, but I would say you'd want to reassign some gestures to have first and last as a couple gestures, so that way you could jump between the top and the bottom. But you still have same ways of manipulating the screens by navigating by headings and stuff like that. So just a little hint there. If anybody has any questions, please feel free.
It's Betty referring to another question.
Sure, Betty.
The one about casting. I noticed, I went back and looked on the Samsung tablet that I have. It's kind of a little swipe down in the right-hand corner, brings down the sub-menu where there are different options, one of them being casting, which seems to be different than what you were talking about earlier to find a casting button.
Okay, this is Hershey. With that casting button, it is similar in the idea of how it works. So if you had a Samsung TV and you wanted to mirror your screen, you could use the Samsung applications within the Samsung ecosystem and mirror that way. And that's probably what that... I don't go and use the casting feature there that often, but it's doing kind of the similar thing. Depends on what type of TVs and such that you have. So on your iPad, you may try casting, but if your TV shows up on your network, that's the more important piece, that it's connected to the same network that your phone and other things are communicating together on.
Yes, thanks. I have cast from the iPad also.
Thank you. Yep. And with casting, like I said, there's every app has its own little thing that you could do with it, but at the same time, if you needed to cast your whole device screen, for example, the Dex application does that for if you wanted to cast your phone onto your computer. You could use the Samsung Dex app, and that's namely for Samsung users. So just depending on your use case scenario, I would kind of go from that point, test it out. If it works for you, then that's your workflow. You use a cast button, and you don't have to worry about the other applications per se. But if you're missing that connectivity between the application and you and the device, then you'll need to have that kind of thing to make it work. But any more questions, thoughts?
This is Foster.
Go ahead, Foster.
Yeah. Who was it saying they used to use Select Speak?
I believe Miss Betty used to use Select to Speak before.
Was that you, Miss Betty?
Yes, Betty.
Okay. So I'm low vision myself. So when it comes to talkback, you don't hear me chiming in on that because I don't really use it. But I'm low vision, so I use Select to Speak. but also use reading mode. Have you downloaded the reading mode? That's part of the accessibility suite in Google.
I don't know. I'll check because what I'm using is the Samsung tablet right now. What is it?
It doesn't matter. It's Android. So
Yeah.
a couple of things you can check out is reading mode. If it's not on your Samsung tablet, you can go into the Google Play Store and download it. And it's what it does. Whereas with Select to Speak, where you have to keep activating it to keep reading, reading mode will say take a web page and convert it over and read it. But you can customize it because it'll show you. It'll also put the whatever is reading. It'll show it to you, so you can make the print larger if you want to. You can change the voices based on the voices you have available through your system. You can speed the voices up or slow them down, whatever. The only thing with that one, it doesn't work on every page, and it tends not to work so well with email. But another screen reader app I use is called @Voice, which is the @ like you use for your email. If you look up @Voice, @Voice, what it does is you can, let's say you're on a web page, because I do this a lot because I do a lot of reading on the web. If you're let's say you're in a Chrome browser and you're on a web page, you can go to your three buttons to open up the menu. You can go to share, and then you can choose @Voice. And what it will do is @Voice will take that web page, bring it over, translate it, and well, not translate it, but put it in text format and read it to you. And you can do the same with it, speed it up, slow it down. And it also works with emails as well. So if you copy the whole email and then share it with @Voice, @Voice will read your email too. So that's a couple of other options you have.
Thank you. Could you please repeat the first one? I'm trying to scribble this down so I can actually remember it.
It's called reading mode.
Reading
mode. Are these apps?
Correct.
Reading mode is, it's not so much an app as it is part of the accessibility suite. So just like in the accessibility suite, you have TalkBack, Select to Speak, reading mode, and these are mainly what I'm talking about is for visually impaired. Reading mode, and magnification. So if you're low vision, you have magnification. Now, depending on what type of Android device you have, usually you can just triple tap with one finger on your phone and it'll magnify the screen, and then you can pinch the zoom that way, like the whole screen. But on some devices, like I have a Lenovo tablet, it actually has the magnification as part of the suite. So when I tap on the magnification, it'll blow the screen up, and then I can pinch the zoom on that or whatever the case may be.
This is Janice. Can you repeat the last one?
@Voice.
@Voice.
VOICE.
So it's the @ sign with the A with the little circle around it. Voice.
Yep. The ampersand.
The ampersand. And you have to download the plugin and the app. Now,
hang on, Foster. Not the ampersand, the @ sign like you use for your email.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay. You're right. You're right. Right.
Yeah.
But so you said it's a plug-in? What's a plug-in?
It's just just some software that helps it work. That's all. Yeah. It just helps the app work better, and it can pretty much anything you copy and paste from any other app, it can read it. You just paste it over into the app or share it with that app, and it'll read it to you.
Thank you, Foster.
Thank you, Foster. That's quite useful.
You know what? Since we do have some people that might value from low vision apps and such, that I don't know if anybody has tried out the Google Pixel magnifier app lately. What's interesting about it is you can actually pick from any camera that you wanted to use. So if you have like the wide angle, the regular wide angle, the ultra wide, or the telephoto lens, sometimes you could get a better zoom in, zoom out. You could change the intensity of the flashlight. So if you're having like halo issues and such, that this could be really a decent magnification tool to have around in your pocket, kind of thing, where you go to the Play Store, download the magnifier app, and then just launch the app, and it's really seamless or even clean looking. It has like one or two buttons at the bottom, and you're able to change it to, let's say, black background, yellow font, or blue background, yellow font, green background, or green font, black background, stuff like that. So you could change the different filters, and you could capture something that you're looking at. So if you maybe want to come back to some object, if you have the vision for it, definitely great app to go check out. And they're using a lot of the Gemini smarts in it as well. So we'll see what that has to entail for the future, if more things come up to it where you could just ask it, hey, where is this piece in the menu? Where's where the sandwich is on your menu? So we'll see where it goes, but just I came across it the other day with the Pixel magnifier app, and really cool.
Yeah, this is Foster.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I use the magnifier app on my Pixel phone, but then the other app, WeZoom.
Yes, WeZoom is another powerful one.
That one's really good too, and depending on the device, I actually found that WeZoom actually works better than the magnifier app, depending on the device.
Try out the newest one if you wouldn't mind, and maybe if you want to give us kind of a report of what you felt like, because you're using it, right? And when I saw you could use the different cameras, it kind of was like, okay, this could be game changing, because you could use a telephoto lens, which will get stuff from far away, or wide angle, and actually capture, something that you're really trying to read that you're having a hard time with. And having screen reader select to speak and reading mode and all of that, you're always able to take that text, extract the text, let's say off of a piece of paper, and then go ahead and push it through select to speak or talkback. And now you got a tool that might have been for someone that has low vision, but you're still able to maybe capture something better off of a material that you're trying to read, perhaps. So there's some thoughts. And if you
Janice,
go ahead, Ms. Janice.
I have WeZoom on my homepage, so it's one of the few apps that are on my homepage, my go-tos, and I can use it for, close-up documentation, or maybe if I'm across the room, I can look at the television and blow it up so that I can see what they're, talking about or whatever. So
exactly.
Yeah, I like WeZoom.
Yeah, and then WeZoom in the low vision space has been around for quite some time, and it's been kind of a go-to. It's been a clean app. It's not that difficult to work. You had mentioned Google Lookout Assisted Vision, which is the whole title of the app, because there is a Google Lookout, there is Lookout Security, which is different, but the Lookout Assisted Vision, as you mentioned, on the top right, on the top left-hand corner, you should have a button that opens up a menu. So that's where you would pick either text, document, currency, so on and so forth. So
yeah, I think because when I got the new phone, I didn't look at that menu. I just assumed it was at the same setting as my old one.
Right.
Yeah,
because documents, you're still right. And then the other piece of that is if you go under settings there, you are able to change what it says to you. So if you wanted it to say something different,
9:16
let's see if I could find
Device
one real
locked.
quick.
Media, move left. The finger unlocked. Device unlocked. Keep notes. Google search. Lookout.
Okay, so I have Lookout open.
Lookout text mode. Button.
But
select mode.
it's a text mode, right? So now I'm going to go.
Button, select mode. Flashlight off.
I'm going to double tap on that.
List. 7 items.
Now there's 7 items or 7 different things you could do with it. So
text checked.
Text will, when you move your hand or move the thing, it will start yapping away again. Documents, it'll try to go, okay, hold it left, hold it right. Okay,
Right. That's
clink,
what I'm accustomed
and then
to.
it takes a snap. You hear the picture sound.
Beta 3 of 7.
Explorer, if you're looking around your room and stuff like that.
Currency 4 of 7.
Currency is great. It has a lot of different international currencies too, so it's good for that.
Food labels 5 of 7.
Food labels, I would write to them. Let's get this to become better, because I think it can. They didn't do much with it. They came out with it. They did an okay job, but they could do better.
Find beta 6
Find, up to you. If it works for you, then fine.
Images beta 7
Images is a powerful thing for me, because then I could take an image, extract, figure out what I'm looking at. And that's what we were saying earlier. If you do like a share, and if you share to at Voice, at Lookout, at whatever app, it will take it and process it through that app. So it doesn't matter if it's at Voice or if you're trying to use reading mode, for example, as we said earlier, that's already part of the package. So you're just using that tool to make it work there. But I'll leave it a few more minutes left here. So if any more questions or thoughts, please feel free.
Oh, Hershey, this is Janice. Another, do you ever use Gemini? I've used Gemini for, I'll say, hey, Google, let's talk live. And then Gemini comes up. Well, no, I say, hey, Google, let's talk.
Now you're talking about everybody's.
I'm sorry, I'm setting it off. I say, let's talk live. And then a screen comes up. And then I can hit the camera, and then it'll look at things, or it'll read things for me. I can, say, what does this document say? Or, so that's another reader.
And that's a great point that you bring out. Gemini is now taken over from Google Assistant. So Google Assistant has retired.
Right.
And so Gemini has now come to the speakers too. There's about 3-4 voices out there so far, maybe 6 voices, 6 or 7 voices. And it works better, but it also has features, even we mentioned earlier, the Nest Audio speakers and such that, and you could tell it, let's talk. And when you say let's talk, when you say the OKGOOGLE name, it will kind of go into a conversive mode. So it's almost like, hey, what about the elephants in Africa? Why are they have bigger ears than the ones in India or something? I don't know. Just you're asking it random stuff, and it's just you're having a chat with it. And you're able to do that even with the screens, where with the screens it's showing you stuff, but none of the modern. I think the Max is the only speaker that had a camera on it, so nothing else really has a camera. So your phone or other devices like that, like the XR, the Samsung XR glasses are out now. So I know that does it, but you're able to kind of leverage Gemini in a lot of different ways. And for one, prompting it, hey, I got this video and I need a title for it. Can you help me think of, I can't think today. And it will give you something decent. But then if you're looking at a color identifier, well, for people that have no vision, I would say the best bet is to ask Gemini, because the color identifier works more accurately than, let's say, you're trying to use a color identifier on your phone app, and because the room is dark, it doesn't know that you're wearing a red shirt versus a maroon shirt.
Right.
So Gemini and those kind of aspects of like using it for a lot of tools like that, tools of that essence. I've used it for making phone calls and text, but maybe not text. I don't remember me doing text recently, but phone calls, it has gotten it right for the most part. just remember every time you're using it, if it's doing wrong, tell it. So give it a thumbs down, because then you're teaching it to, this is bad behavior. This is not what we were looking for. So it's always it's a work in progress, but I think what we have, Gemini 3 that just came out a couple days ago or yesterday. So it's going to be doing some crazy, interesting things with the specifications. And I think video is getting better, meaning that if we're pointing at stuff or pointing at objects, it's like an example I saw was somebody took a speech and they said their speech, but they had the camera pointed at them. It actually learned the body language, everything, and it gave them notes to say, well, your posture, your body language is like this and like that. And they were able to basically give a presentation and make changes for them, for their own selves. They didn't have to ask anybody. So it being able to recognize body language and things like that, it's getting better for sure.
Yeah.
And we just got to keep it improving in the right way for vision loss, and how can it help us in a positive way.
So one more quick question: that blind Android users, does that have low vision?
It's a mix. It's a mix. I mean, it started with Warren. I know, and Warren has been here like 2-3 years ago, and then there were a couple other people. So like, I actually asked John to come on today, John Dyer. He wasn't able to make it, but it's more like it started off as a podcast kind of thing, and then the element of people and groups, just like this group here. If you send us, like I've been reading your emails coming through our list, and we try to figure things out together. Like you had the issue with Zoom and this, that. So it's the same kind of concept, but there I would say there's emails about everything and anything. So sometimes you may like the traffic, sometimes it might be overbearing because there's a lot of emails going to hit your box, and you got to be ready for it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you have 50 or 80 emails a day, you might.
Wow!
So I'm just saying, just you never know. You never know. I mean, you have a long stream of conversations going, and
I get it.
It'll stack up real quick.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, if you have more questions and specifics, then there's more details people could write out. People that can make videos for it or stuff like that. I could take down, okay, you're trying to figure out this on this phone, and give you a proper solution that way. But we have a few more minutes. If there's more questions or thoughts, please feel free to let us know.
This is Dale. I have a question.
Dale. Yeah, go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, I haven't had any luck on my S23 Plus to get my phone to describe images. So I don't know. I have images that people send me in text messages, and I have images in my gallery, but I can't get.
This is Hershey. Just to kind of give you a quick cut to that answer, I would use Google Lookout Assisted Vision. So install Google Lookout. It's by Google as the app, as the publisher. And the reason why I say is use that. In that, there's a menu called Images, and that does exactly what TalkBack would do. If TalkBack's image recognition isn't working properly, it could be that your update is delayed, you know what I mean? Like TalkBack's update is not up to date, or it could be a plethora of things. But you want to accomplish your task. So why bother with TalkBack and trying to fix something that may or may not work, rather than go straight to something that does work? So using Google Lookout Assisted Vision, you take the image, you tap on the share button, and then just send it to Lookout. When you send it to Lookout, it'll spit out exactly that image, exactly what you would get from TalkBack, to tell you what's on the image. And then you could ask it questions like, what color is the person's shirt or something.
This is Kevin.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Make sure that you have the One UI 8 installed, and make sure that you go into the TalkBack menu with 3 fingers, and then go to TalkBack settings. Tap once with 3 fingers for the menu, go down to TalkBack settings, and they have different ways. I'm not sure if Samsung does it exactly like Google, but you have to go into the image and audio descriptions. There's a download possibly that you're missing, and it should have prompted you for the download. If you double tapped on image descriptions in the talkback menu, it should have prompted you to do this download, but you should have image description should be the first thing. They're really promoting it. And it should be the first thing in your talkback menu if you tap once with 3 fingers.
Thank you.
This is Dale.
Go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, when I do the 3 fingers tap, it's at the top. It says describe an image.
Describe images, right.
Yeah, so I tap that, but
and then nothing happens.
Doesn't work. So
right.
Yeah, I'm going to go into settings, accessibility then. But I'll try the Lookout. It sounds like that's
Lookout works, but also so talkback settings. How do you get to talkback settings? As Kevin is mentioning, is to actually tap with 3 fingers while talkback is running, and then
sound and vibration.
Here, I'll do it again.
Talkback menu. Last spoke. Sound feedback. Screen sir. Hide screen. Talkback settings.
So there's actually it says talkback settings, and then I'll double tap on that, and then
talkback settings.
Kevin, where were you telling me to go, Kevin? While I'm in here.
Audio.
Okay.
Talkback settings. New features in Talkback audio. Heading 2 of 20.
Keep going.
Speech, 3 of verbosity. 4 of 20. Sound
Keep
and
going.
vibration. Controls. Heading
It's image
6 of
and
20. Customize
icons
7
or
of 20.
something.
Customize gestures 8 of 20. Customize menus 9
That's
of 20.
this.
Automatic descriptions 10 of 20.
Right here.
Showing items 10 to 7.
This is where you can go and decide if you want it to. First, you have to turn on the AI descriptions.
Automatic descriptions button.
So I double tap with 1 finger there,
Automatic descriptions.
and I'm swiping right with 1 finger just to go to see what's underneath.
Automatic icon descriptions. Unlabeled icons only. 1 of 2.
So icons only.
2 items. Automatic
So it says
descriptions for
unlabeled
text and
icons
images.
only.
Unlabeled images only. 2 of 2. Button. Navigate up. Out of. Automatic descriptions for text and images. Unlabeled images only. 2 of 2. In list. 2 items. Automatic descriptions for text and images. Unlabeled image. Automatic icon descriptions. Unlabeled icons only. 1 of 2. Automatic icon
So if I double
descriptions.
tap on
Here
that,
descriptions when you focus. Here descriptions when. Radio button. Unlabeled icons only. Radio button. Don't describe icon. Button. Cancel. Radio button. Don't describe
you have
icons.
don't
Not select.
describe.
Radio button. Unlabeled icons only. Here descriptions when you focus on an icon. Out of list. Radio button. Unlabeled icons only. Selected. 1 of 2.
So that sounds right.
2 items.
That's the only choice I have here in this menu.
Yeah, that sounds right on the unlabeled icons, but on Pixels, there's a one that says turn on.
For text and images. Here descriptions when you focus
Turn
on an
on
image that contains
automatic.
text. Radio button. Unlabeled images only. Selected. 1 of 2. Radio button. Don't describe images. Not selected. 2 button. Cancel. Out of list.
So yeah, I mean it's within the same menu, but again, your mileage may vary. One thing just to make sure, as you mentioned about One UI 8, go to your system set updates and just ensure that you don't have an update, because there was one last week or so, and it updated to the 8.0. So TalkBack did get updated. It does do a little bit more features, but maybe that might help you there.
Okay, thank you. I'll try that.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, we are actually at 8:30. So, this has been a great call. A lot of good comments and suggestions. Our next meeting will be Wednesday, the third Wednesday in December. It will actually be December 17th. So the same time, same place, and as always, don't forget the iBug movie on Friday night.
Thank you.